What's up, fellas? Your boy Darkel coming to you from the rig with another informative video and an update video on the 99th Century. So before we get into it, I'll let you guys know right here. I'm right here at Fort Pierce right now at the Flying J of exit 131 of 95, where that blue beacon's at. And guys, not all blue beacons are created equal. This blue beacon right here, they do great washes. Can't wash the truck today because it's storming right now, but that blue beacon, if you guys are in this area, you want to wash the truck, that blue beacon right here on exit 131 on 95 in the Flying J, they do great work. They got the Mexicans working, and I'm not trying to say them, but the Mexicans, they just know how to clean trucks. They do their job right, boy. So that's what it is, man. So yeah, man. So I delivered my load in Fort Pierce today around 4 p.m. Got there, got unloaded. I basically came here and didn't go straight to Orlando because one of my lights on my Classic on the fender, the right fender, wasn't working because I guess the zip tie broke and the wire was dangling. It was rubbing on the tire. Tired up the wire, so that's what it is. So I fixed that. Then I went and took a shower, got cleaned up. That's why your boy's wearing a black t-shirt right now, because I said I'm technically off of work, going home. Now wearing the High Vis yellow shirt today. It's like I'm wearing the same shit every day, but no, that's only when I'm working. But anyway, that's what it is, man. So I'm ready. I'm getting ready to roll. I was just waiting to pay the bill at the Freightliner, and I'll tell you guys what happened here, man. So y'all already know the truck was stranded on Friday, the Friday before the holidays. And they finally got it done today. That's why I took a load down. I said that in my previous video. So here we go. The bill came out to $49.60. That's getting the whole clutch kit. Clutch, brake, input shaft, carry bearings. The whole clutch kit, getting the flywheel cut, all that shit, labor and everything. It was 16 hours of labor at $130 plus tax. Everything was $49.60. That was the price. So whatever, you know what I'm saying. So I'm here. My brother called me and tells me, hey, the job is done. I'm like, okay. I want to hear the truck start. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. So they go in the truck. I can hear the truck, and it's like, whoop, 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 whoop. But it's not cranking. That sounded like a fucking dog right there. That's my impression of a truck starting. But whatever. I'm hearing it turning, and then my brother's like, oh, they're telling me that the start. So I'm like, yo, to check the batteries. The guy's like, oh no, all the batteries are charged. I checked that. All the volts in the battery is good. So I'm like, well, it's gotta be it. And he's like, oh, it's your starter that's bad. I'm like, my man, the starter, I just put that starter in there in November of 2020. I put the starter in that truck in November of 2020. It's not even a year. And he's like, well, I'm telling you, it's a starter that's bad. And I'm telling him, well, I'm telling you that I might just be a truck driver, but I fucking worked in the shop before, and I know a basics of mechanic. I'm telling you, the fucking shit is turning. The starter was bad. It'll be going click, 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 or it wouldn't do nothing. He's like, well, I'm the mechanic. You're just a driver. And I'm telling you, the starter's bad. I'm not going to sit there and argue with the guy, you know what I'm saying? Because he's like, oh, we got starters here right now installed for like 2. I'm like, listen, buddy, I got a starter under the bed. When I got stranded in Kentucky in November, and I bought that starter, I bought 2 of them, because those starters, if you guys don't know, if you got an old truck, like a Classic or a Century, like the older 99 and shit, they used to come with these huge starters, and those shits was crank your truck on the dime. Well, these little new starters, they're smaller, and they work, but they take a while. So the truck is like, it takes a while to crank your truck. There goes another impression. That's crazy. But anyway, so I was just not convinced with it, so I bought 2 of them, and I had one under the bed. So I tell me, look, if it's not the batteries and it's a starter, well, I got a starter under the bed, how much will you try to put on? Because at this point, I just want the truck out of there. I want it rolling. Well, it's 3 hours of labor for it's 3 hours of labor to install a starter. I'm like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, what the fuck you think I am? You think I was born yesterday? I'm like, motherfucker, hell no, I ain't paying you for 3 hours to install a starter. When I broke down in Kentucky, the roadside guy, he changed that starter for me on the side of the fucking road in less than an hour. You talking about 3 hours? Fuck no. He's like, oh, well, that's what it is. I said, no, give me a supervisor. So I got the supervisor on the phone. I'm telling him, bro, listen, first of all, and I told you, first of all, I'm telling you, I don't think it's a starter. I don't think it's a starter. I believe it's the batteries. I told him to check the batteries. He's consistently telling me that it's not the batteries. It's not the batteries. I told him, check the batteries. He's like, oh, the voltage is fine. I'm telling him, okay, but just check the batteries. I already did all that. I'm the mechanic. And so I'm telling the supervisor all this. And he's like, and I'm telling him, bro, look, I'm not going to pay 3 hours of labor, another $300 and something, almost $400 for like $390 for fucking install a starter. That's an hour job tops. So the supervisor met me halfway. He's like, look, well, I'll do it for $200. I get it, whatever. We'll do it for $200 because you did this big job and whatever. And I'm like, thank you. So I'm like, you know what, whatever, just get it done. And I told my brother, when they take the old starter out, I want you putting that old starter in the box. I'm gonna have it checked out, because I'm telling you, I bought that starter, and I think I have 1 year manufacturer warranty. So I'm like, put the starter in the box, because I'm gonna take it back to Freightliner in Orlando. I'm gonna have them replace it. have him checked out and get replaced if it is bad. Whatever, boom. So the mechanic's all pissy and upset. My brother's telling the mechanic was pissed because the supervisor told him, we're going to do it for 200, just get it done. So whatever, you know, he gets it done. You know, he puts the starter in there. I told my brother, call me before you start the truck. As soon as my brother calls me, I'm waiting, and here we go again. Boop, 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 boop. Doing the same goddamn thing. It's turning, but not turning hard. So I'm like, put me on speaker, and I tell Tech, I thought you said it was a starter. He's like, well, it must be a wire or something. I said, yeah, I guarantee you it's my batteries. So why don't you right now, since you talked me down earlier and told me that you're the mechanic, that you assured me that it wasn't the batteries, I need you to go back there. I don't care, you check the voltage. I get it, the voltage is fine, cool. But I need you to go check the batteries like I told you in the first place. He goes back there, checks the battery. He's like, oh, I guess the tech that was doing the clutch loosened the battery. Bro, one of the terminals for the positive and the negative were loose on the battery. They were not tight. That's all it was. So here we go. The motherfucker took my brand new starter that I had under the bed, the spare starter, installed it in the truck. So now the one that was in the truck was perfectly fine. I got that one. Now I got to put a used starter that I had in there for months already under the bed and have a brand new starter, which is fine. That's fine. But it was a waste of time, and it was not a waste of money because I was not paying for it. So you know what? That's right. Your boy Darkel was on the phone again with that supervisor, and I'm like, how are you gonna solve this? You know, how are you gonna resolve this? Because I'm not paying you for something that I told the tech that it wasn't the starter to check my battery. He refused to check the battery. He gave me that mechanic talking about, oh, I'm the mechanic, you're just a driver, and I'm telling you the starter. I said, so how are you gonna resolve this issue? Because now I have my brand new starter in the truck, and the starter that was in there was perfectly fine is now under my bed in the box. What are we gonna do now? Because now so you tell me I gotta pay? I have to pay you guys to change a part that was fine because your tech didn't want to listen? You know, and he's like, and the manager agreed with me. He's like, you know what? He's like, sir, you're right. You're absolutely right. You know, the mechanic should have checked those, make sure the wires are tight and everything. We're gonna go ahead and not charge you. So you know what? I'm happy that I was speaking to a supervisor. At least the supervisor was not rude because that mechanic was an asshole. And because he was an asshole, I was being an asshole to him. Because your boy Darkel knows how to be an asshole. I'm a real cool guy, but I could be an asshole too. So whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, so the supervisor, he waived that fee. So the guy had to do the job on a Friday and not get paid for it because he refused to check the batteries after I told him to check the batteries. You see what I'm saying? So whatever, we got that done. We paid the bill, $49.60. Got the Freightliner Century running. My brother's under that load. That's $5,800. Gonna deliver Monday, and he'll pile up some money on top of that by next Friday. My brother probably be at 12 stats. So we're gonna make that money, those $4,900 and the $1,500 for the towing. We're gonna make that back right away because that's how it is, man. You know, I just hope we don't got no more problem. But I did tell my brother that as soon as he delivers that load in Oregon, I want to load from Oregon straight back to Florida. And if he can't find it from Oregon, then I need him to take a load from there to Cali. Something short. I want that truck back in Florida. Next load. So that's what it is, man. So that's the update. Truck is running. Guys, the whole point, the informative part of this video is don't let the dealers just tell you whatever. Don't stay quiet. Yo, God gave you a mouth to speak and defend yourself. To make your voice heard. You know, don't just, I know there's guys that go to a dealer and the mechanic will be like, well, this is what it is and this is what it is. You're like, oh, okay, all right. They won't even ask questions. They're like, well, I guess the mechanics, and I get it. There's guys that they just have no clue of mechanics. I thank God that I have some understanding of mechanic work. Not of trucks really, because I worked on cars for about a year. But it's mechanic. It's a starter. It's still an alternator. I fucking changed parts on my truck. I've done alternators and stuff like that by just watching YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Guys, listen. You're a truck driver. You got to be the captain of your ship. And knowledge is power. YouTube is free. It's a platform that's free. Instead of wasting time just watching Netflix, take at least an hour out your day and learn you something, man. Get on YouTube. Watch whatever make and model truck you have. Watch videos of that make and model truck alternators getting changed. Whatever motor you have. Whether it's a DD15 or a Cummins ISX or a Detroit 60 series. Watch videos of alternators and starters being changed. Water pumps, fan belts, things like that. Learn. Knowledge is power, especially when you're a trucker. You want to have some kind of knowledge. If I didn't have no knowledge, I wouldn't be able to defend myself with these guys. You know what I'm saying? The guy would have charged me to change the part. There was nothing wrong with it because he was already starting. He already wanted to charge us some extra hours to look around the truck to check some wires. I'm like, no, get the manager. I told him check the batteries, and I was right. It was bad. Now, obviously, I'm not saying the mechanics are stupid, but they know what they're doing. These guys get paid by the hour. They get paid by. For all we know, he knew that shit had a loose wire, and he was probably just trying to sell us a starter because he knows we gotta get out of there. He knows the situation. My brother's stranded in another state, so for all we know, he probably just acted stupid, and he just got caught with his own game. He got caught on his own hustle. Ended up doing it for free. But the bad part is that he used my fucking new starter, and guess what? I didn't pay for that shit because I opened my fucking mouth. You know, your boy Darkel's a nice guy, but I can be an asshole too. So that's what it is, man. Guys, don't go to dealers, leave your truck to these people, and just let them tell you or sell you whatever work they want to sell you, because you gotta be smart. You gotta be, you gotta work smart. You can't just let people sell you work. You got these dealers. You'll take your truck in there for something. Like my truck went in there for a clutch job. And they're calling me, they give me an estimate for motor mounts and this and power steering and all these things. And thank you for doing that diagnosis. But no, we're not doing none of that. My truck is there for a clutch shop. You know, me, I love OEM parts. I love going to Freightliner to buy my parts. I like OEM parts, but I do not like taking my trucks to the dealers to get work done because I know they're crooks in there. They're working by the hour, and those guys don't care about you or me. They only care about their clock, and they don't care about our situation financially. They care what the computer says. They're going to tax your ass, Mr. Postman, at them dealers. So you got to be an advocate for your own shit. You can't just let them talk you down. You have to fight for your shit. And, man, stand your ground, man. Don't, that mechanic was trying to tell me that he, he was right. The voltage of the battery was right, but the wires were loose. If he would have just gone and checked the goddamn batteries like I told him, if he really didn't know that the batteries are loose and he wasn't hustling, then he would have seen, oh, yeah, the wires are loose. And guess what? My brother would have been rolling since earlier. So either he felt stupid or he just got caught, one of the two. But that's what it is, man. I want to give you guys an update what's going on with the Century. We got that bill paid. We'll get that money right back in a jiffy. And the Century is rolling, baby. As well as your boy Darkel. I'm about to start heading to the house because I'm going to Cots. As you can see, I'm wearing a black shirt today. I'm not wearing the high-vis shirt that I wear every day. It looks like I'm wearing the same shit every single day. That's because y'all already know your boy Darkel got uniforms now. I got my high-vis hat, the black with the high-vis. I got my yellow shirts and my black pants, and that's how I roll. But since I'm going home, I got my black tee on because I love rocking black. And we'll get ready to hit the house to watch my motherfucking New York Giants spank the Denver Broncos. Yeah, right, man. We sucked. We've been sucking for years, but it don't matter. Win, lose, draw, tie, I don't care. I'm a New York Giants fan till I die. And that's what it is. We're going to watch the Giants game Sunday and in the afternoon. But early Sunday morning, y'all already know it's the F1 races. Your boy Darkel is a big F1 racing fan, and I'm Team Red Bull. Max Verstappen, that's my driver, and Checo, and that's what it is, man. Right now we in the heat battle with Mercedes. If you guys don't know about F1 racing, if you guys like NASCAR, check this out. Go to Netflix. There's a series on Netflix called F1, Formula One. Check that shit out. It's 3 seasons, 10 episodes each season. I guarantee you that if you're a fucking man with hair and chest, you're going to get into it. If you like racing, you're going to love it. I got into that shit real big, and I decided to go with Team Red Bull. So that's the European shit. But there is an American team, the Haas team, but I'm Team Red Bull, which is the Austrian team. That's the car that I like, and that's the drivers that I like. That's what it is. So I will be watching my Formula One racing Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon I'll be watching my Giants, taking it to the Broncos, and that's what it is, man. I'm going to head home to my babies, finish this little cigar as I ride, drinking on my zero sugar monster. That I like the green ones. That's what I'll be fucking with. And that's what it is, man. Your boy Darkel's gonna catch you guys in the next one. Remember, don't let them dealers get you. Stand your ground. It's your boy Darkel. If you like this video, thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. It's all good. It's all love. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.